In Luke's account of the birth of Jesus, he begins it with an announcement. The announcement came to a man by the name of Zacharias. We talked about him yesterday, and we found that the key character trait of Zechariah that all of us should aspire to was faithfulness. Because what happened? Well, he and his wife had long waited and prayed for a child. But the one thing that they did was they continued doing their duty. He was a faithful servant. He was a priest in the temple, and he came and was fulfilling his duty when the angel made that announcement. Let's focus our attention now on Elizabeth. She too was a righteous, godly woman, keeping God's laws, doing God's will. And the character trait that I want to emphasize today in Elizabeth is that of patience. Sometimes it is hard for us to wait on the Lord and not be angry or bitter or discouraged. But we need to remember that God has his plan. And with that plan, there's a timetable. So we must learn, as we look at the life of Elizabeth, to be patient, just to wait on the Lord, to trust that he is doing the right thing in the right time. That's where our faith is really tested. And every one of us needs to have examples in our life of people who are patient, who have waited on the Lord. And after long years of praying and waiting, Elizabeth found out that she was going to have a child. The Bible talks about it in the book of Luke chapter 1, verses 24 and 25. And after these days, his wife Elizabeth conceived. And for 5 months, she kept herself hidden, saying, "Thus the Lord has done for me in the days when he looked on me to take away my reproach among the people." And so what we see here is her patience was rewarded. After long years of waiting, God answered her prayers. God gave her the desires of her heart. And I want to let that be an example for all of us. Be patient. God does have his own ways, his own timetable. And the best thing we can do is continue living righteous, holy lives in the sight of God. Like Zechariah, we can be faithful in our duty. And like his wife Elizabeth, we can be patient, waiting on the Lord, knowing that when God is ready to fulfill his plan, he will do it. Up until then, we need to trust him. And someday we, like Elizabeth, will be rejoicing because we will know that our patience was rewarded.